Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your astrological monthly reading for the month of May for Scorpio. And before I get into the reading, I wanted to let you guys know that I've been doing these reports for each sign, and to access it you have to go to my website. I'll put the link down below, and what that report is going to tell you is just going to be a guide that basically from the beginning of 2015 to where we are now. I just sort of done an overview of all those readings that I've been doing, kind of picking out what the overall messages are, so that it kind of can be almost like kind of showing you, I guess, what the sort of the what is really coming up for you in terms of the overall messages that have been showing up in these readings, and it can be just a guide for you to use. And so yeah, and also do like my Facebook page, the Tarot for Healing Facebook page, because I am being more active on there and posting stuff on there and stuff like that. So do check it out as well. And so yeah, let's get into the reading. I'm going to be starting off with your finances like I usually do, then moving on to your relationship cards and then your spirituality cards. I'm going to be pulling an angel answers card for you, and I've also added in some runes as well to see what message they can give. Also, what I'm seeing in the rune message, what I'm seeing in your finances card is that finances are going to be getting better for you, Scorpio. Really good for you in the month of May. You have the Nine of Cups with the King of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. It's your desires coming true. You being able to manifest those things. And there's a happiness, there's a joy, there's a sense of fulfillment, there's a sense of plenty and abundance. And with the King of Pentacles, this could be, again, it's a person that's good with money, a person that knows how to create money and create wealth, and is working on creating a legacy. And so again, if you are in business, it could be saying that your business is going to be bringing in a good amount of money. The King of Pentacles could even be somebody that assists you in terms of this money as well. So again, it could be maybe a work opportunity that comes through with this guy, maybe employing you, this earth sign guy employing you, or maybe even getting advice from somebody that is an earth sign as well, that can make your wishes come true. But I kind of feel like the King of Pentacles in this reading is sort of representing you. It's almost like the actions that you took have led to success, and maybe you just felt guided to take certain steps, or you've been working towards this, and then it's like now is the payoff time where you're actually seeing the reward for your actions. And so because the rune that I'm looking at is kind of that kind of rune where it talks about, like almost like you giving to receive. And so it's something that you've been putting the effort for, and now you're sort of receiving that payoff. And with that payoff that is coming through, it's almost saying that you're going to be in a leadership position. And because you're in a leadership position, it's going to bring about finances. So this could mean an improvement in your, like you may receive a promotion, or you may have applied for a position that is even better than the job that you currently have, and then you find out that you got that job. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be improving in, it's like you're going to have more responsibility in the work that you do, and with having more responsibility you're going to earn more money. So a lot of you may be advancing in position. And for those of you that are in relationships, you have the Ten of Cups, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. And again, it's almost feeling like if you're in a relationship situation may be going really well. There may be a lot of love there, a lot of emotions there. Again, it's like the Ten of Cups, and this is a very well shuffled deck, and yet you got the Nine of Cups, and then you got the Ten of Cups. So again, it's like a sense of emotional fulfillment that comes through, because things just feel like they're on the up and up. Things just feel like they're getting better. It's like um it, it's really like a blessed month for you, because it's sort of, there's good things in terms of your living situation, your relationships, and your family, and then there's good stuff in terms of the work as well. And I think that the work that you do, the money that you make and everything, actually has a big effect on your family, and maybe a big effect on maybe even the joy that you're feeling as a family within the family. Because obviously, if a parent comes into a better position, is earning more money, it means that there's obviously more that you might be able to do. and or you treat your family to. And so that obviously can improve the state of things, because now everyone is happy for you. And um that's sort of what I'm seeing. I can see a lot of people around you that are going to be so happy for you. And your family are going to be those people that are really going to be rooting you on, because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like you've been working so hard, and now you've got this payoff, and they're just really happy for you, genuinely. And the Nine of Pentacles is also is usually a card that can actually represent somebody that is single, but I don't feel that it's representing you being single, obviously, because this is about you being in a relationship. So what I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is representing here is, again, is showed up under the King of Pentacles. So again, it's showing that there's an influence in terms of the money that you make that is improving your living situation, your home situation. And maybe it's just making your family just feel a bit more secure, and that's where sort of that joy is coming from, or the contentment is coming from. But the only thing is that it might be a case of, maybe because you have more responsibility, you may have to work a lot more hours. When I look at these cards as well, it could really be indicating somebody that does own their own business too. And so you might be finding that you may have to spend a long time earning that money. So you may not always have a lot of time to spend with the families. Like, they're gonna be happy though, and I don't feel like, they're definitely not gonna feel like you're abandoning them or anything with having to work more. But that just might have to happen as a result, because I guess it's sort of like a choice that you make at times. That sometimes you have to decide, okay, am I going to be there as much as I want to be and then make less money, or am I going to be there maybe less than I would like to be and make more money? And but I think that at the same time, I think you just really feel prepared for this opportunity that has come through. And again, I can really see that you've worked your way all the way up to where you are, and you really feel that you're deserving of that reward. And I think that your family really do understand. They understand that the hard work that you've put in, and I think that makes them okay with whatever maybe adjustments they've had to make, and so forth. For those of you that are single, you have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. These are cards that I have wanted to shop so many times, and I'm telling you, I made a special effort, especially I mean, I've been shuffling them as well as I can, but with your one, I was shuffling them like extra well, and I picked them out from different sections of the deck, just hoping that some completely different cards would show up anyway. But the universe is really speaking through these cards, because they've been wanting to show up quite often. The Seven of Pentacles, I think I've showed them maybe once or twice already. The Knight of Swords has definitely showed up at least probably like 3 times. And but it doesn't always show up in the same section for everyone. It shows up like in different sections. And what the Knight of Swords is sort of telling me here is that I think that you might have the opportunity for somebody to approach you if you are single, but I feel that you're going to see through this person's intentions. This person may be somebody that is a bit deceptive, or might be looking out for themselves. It could be a person that has selfish intentions, or has other kind of motives. And so but I feel at the same time that you're not going to get caught up in whatever illusion or whatever they're trying to. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get this card that is running away. Okay. I feel like you're not gonna get caught up in this person's I don't want to say scam, but I'm almost feeling like this person isn't going to be everything that they say they are. But I don't feel they'll be able to pull the wool over your eyes, which is a good thing, because the Knight of Swords is almost like you're gonna be prepared to tackle anyone that kind of comes at you in the incorrect way, or doesn't have the right intentions for you. And to be entirely honest, being that you're a Scorpio, I wouldn't try that in the first place, because I know you Scorpios, you like to get even with people when they do you wrong. So I think, if anyone did approach you in that way, they'll be messing with the wrong person. But because I almost feel like you're gonna cut this person down, almost like you're gonna give them a good dressing down. Like, I know what you're about, so don't try it with me. kind of situation. So be wary of that kind of energy that is taking place. People that may not be as genuine as they should be. Um, what other message here? And that's an interesting message, because in some instances I was kind of feeling like the Nine of Swords could be sort of causing a bit of issues for some signs, but to be honest, here I feel like the Nine of Swords is actually benefiting you. um Not to say that, because cards, they have two sides. They have like a shadow and a light. There's no card that is like essentially good or essentially bad when it comes to the tarot. It all depends on the context of the reading, and I feel like in your case, the Knight of Swords could be almost like be giving you that sense of clarity, like you see the BS for what it is, and so that's a really good thing. Your final cards that are your spirit cards, with your final tarot cards, are the Four of Cups. It's the Four of Cups with the King of Swords. And what these cards are telling me as well is, spiritually, it's kind of saying, I feel like even though there's going to be let me start again. I feel like even though there's going to be success for you in terms of finances, there's going to be rewards, going to be opportunities coming to you. I feel like it's kind of saying that you may be very quick to just look at what the next thing you want to achieve for yourself is. Like, it could be a situation where you're almost like, oh yeah, that's good, I'm happy about it, but now you're already wanting to move on to the next pursuit or the next stage of things, or you're almost looking at, okay, what is the next problem I have to solve? And you may not give yourself enough time to fully enjoy the fruits of your labor. And again, it could be a case of maybe you're just working too hard in order to sort of do what it is that you do to make money in the first place, that you're just sort of not even able to really appreciate it and stop and smell the roses. But what I'm sort of seeing from a spiritual perspective is that it's saying, count your blessings and always be grateful, show gratitude for what it is that the universe blesses you with, because when you show gratitude, it means that you open up yourself to receive even more of the same blessings. And at the same time, something that I think is very important, which I'm actually going to put on my Facebook page right now, is I made this little caption basically saying that, when the universe is blesses you, show gratitude by being a blessing onto someone else. So again, and it's not just about you receiving more of what you want, but it's also about it's almost like sharing your blessings. So, don't just hoard your blessings, don't just keep them for yourself. It's almost a case of, paying it forward, and also, expanding on those blessings so that other people can sort of gain the same thing that you have gained. So again, it's like, don't get caught up in the black and white aspects of things, almost like the very logical side of things, what the next step is, what the next thing is that you want to do, the next, I almost feel like these cards are really speaking to people, to me, of, it's almost like a person that is either owns their own business, or but they're serious. They're not playing with this business situation. Like, I'm almost seeing somebody that could even potentially be on the level of a Richard Branson, or like Donald Trump. But even if they're not like earning that kind of major money like that, it's like they have that attitude, almost like they're serious about their business, like they're serious about their money. And it's so much so that it's like, as soon as they're successful at something, but they're already thinking about what the next venture is, what their next pursuit is. And I think business can be very much like that, because obviously it's very competitive. And I think a lot of the time, when you own your own business, especially if you want it to become bigger, and almost like if you want to create an empire, you have to be always thinking about what is the next thing, what is the next trend, what is the next thing coming out, what can I do to start up something else to sort of keep their success and to build on your success. And I kind of feel that you might be in that kind of mind frame, and that's entirely okay. But at the same time, sort of take the time out to really be grateful for where you are and what you have accomplished for yourself also. And if you had to know, the angel answers card that showed up for you is big happy changes, and to me that's very self-explanatory. Looking at this reading, that May for you is going to be a really good month because there's going to be some really happy changes coming through for you. So even these little challenging cards that showed up for, you know, the singles or whatever, like that doesn't even matter, because it's like changes are happening, you're getting money, things is looking up. It's, you know, people around you support you and everything, and it's beautiful. So May is a good month for you, Scorpio. And your runes were showing the same thing. Your hard work is going to pay off. You're going to be in a sense of a position of leadership and authority, which is going to bring in more money for you. Very simple message. So I'll see you guys. Bye.